comes in mind when I say these words? Hammer, clip, and safety. For most of you might associate them with everyday objects, such as a hammer for hammering in nails into a wall, or a clip, a paper clip, or maybe a hair clip. Or safety, you might think of a place that you feel comfortable in. All of these words have a connection to an object that creates a feeling of conflict in many different places. According to the Macmillan Dictionary, these are all listed as parts of a gun. Macmillan Dictionary defines the hammer as a part of a gun that pushes against the bullet to make the explosion when the trigger is pulled. It defines a clip as a container for bullets that allows the gun to be loaded and fired quickly. It defines safety as the part of a gun that stops the gun from accidentally firing. Professionals in all types of jobs have to understand the tools and most importantly how they work and what they're used for before putting them into practice. This is a similar situation with guns. Before police or those with concealed carry permits are allowed to carry them, they have to be educated on gun safety. Hi, my name is Hayden Baldwin and I'm here to talk to you about the importance of educating public on gun safety. Through education of gun safety at an early age, children can gain a widened view of the world and start to understand the risks that come along with certain activities. Reaching to all different families through different means of education can cause this information to become more common knowledge. Overall, more that people are aware of their surroundings, especially when it comes to gun safety, there can be a significant decrease and minimization of injuries as well as deaths. As many child psychologists and educators would agree that learning starts from an early age, including birth. They learn from their world through their parents and family. They learn language through hearing others speak it. They learn appropriate behavior through observational learning or about being taught what is acceptable versus unacceptable behavior. Teaching children about the world includes that of which they might see from their world and might not be truly affected from it. It is impossible to hide information or quote-unquote scary things from children because according to Sarah Erdman, hiding guns or relying on children to leave them alone are not dependable solutions. Children are natural explorers or observers. They will find things usually parents would rather not have their child find. Just like the cookie in the cookie jar, children will reach things which they find interesting. Not only is it important to keep guns in a safe place and that is unreachable to children, but adults aren't perfect humans and will make mistakes. This is why another solution needs to happen, such as having an honest and age-appropriate conversation with children is also crucial, whether or not a particular family owns a gun, says Sarah Erdman. No matter the family type, whether guns are present or not in the home, educating children about the behavior and view that are appropriate when guns are the topic is important. When children understand the basis of gun safety, it causes the perspective on their world to change and they can learn better self-control. Before parents can educate their children, the parents must be educated first themselves. Green, Spreck, and Adar, a group of graduates from Indiana University School of Social Work, states that because gun violence is a multifaceted problem, multifaceted research is needed. The most qualified people who can reach parents to educate them is social workers. These people may have already known the families personally for maybe a year or so, which makes it easier for them to reach out and educate these parents. Green also states that those who are studying the subject of gun violence should understand how comfortable and knowledgeable social workers would be educating their clients about the topic. If more parents are learning about how to be safe around guns and how to promote that within their children, it can increase the amount of people that are more comfortable addressing the topic of gun safety. Overall, the increase of education of firearms safety decreases the uncomfortableness or misuse of guns. The NRA, or the National Rifle Association, produces many articles on just gun safety and gun rules by itself. For example, they have the main one where it's treating a gun as if it's always loaded. Just knowing and understanding these rules can increase comfort around guns. Increasing comfort increases the amount of smart choices that are made around guns, which decreases the likelihood of accidents that may happen when people are using firearms. People tend to be more comfortable in situations when they have an increased knowledge of subject. By having age-appropriate conversations about gun safety with children, they are more likely to reach developmental milestones. Lastly, although not 100% avoidable, with the increase of education and the knowledge in public firearm safety, there could be a minimization of accidental injuries.